My name is Jody, and I was diagnosed in May of 2018 with adenocystic carcinoma of my salivary gland. I have a tumor that's 6 centimeters by 2 centimeters right here, and I have elected not to have surgery and radiation. I am handling this completely naturally. I've radically changed my diet, and one of the very first things that I started doing when I found out about my tumor was a friend of mine told me about Essiac tea. So I went to his place and started taking Essiac tea, which was incredibly expensive, and noticed immediately a change. I could tell immediately that it was making an impact. I could tell it had a cleansing effect on my body. It was detoxifying. But that became really cost prohibitive. So I started looking more at Essiac tea. I have also seen several naturopathic doctors. I work with an NMD, naturopathic medical doctor, who used to be part of the Cancer Treatment Centers of America. I have worked with several naturopaths. I also seek medical treatment in Tijuana. I go to the Hoxie Clinic, and I also have a naturopathic dentist in Tijuana. And every single one of my practitioners has validated my choice to continue to take Essiac tea to help improve and prolong my life. So the good news is, since my first diagnosis, and prior to that, there was definitely a very swift growth happening. Adenocystic carcinoma is it's very slow growing, but it's very aggressive. So one of the things that has occurred since I radically changed my diet and started with the Essiac tea and my other supplements has been that there has been no change. In fact, a slight decrease in the size of the tumor on my last MRI, which was last May. So over a year and no change, slight decrease. So I'm super excited. I feel great. I've chosen to go natural because the surgery and radiation would be so debilitating that I would be disabled. And right now I can live a completely full life. I exercise several times a day. I'm a runner. I also have an amazing full-time job. I work about 50, 60 hours a week. And because of that, I need to be organized with all of these supplements and teas that I take. So I wanted to share with you how I go about organizing on the weekends. I make my Essiac tea. I found the bulk Essiac tea on an Essiac tea online social media group, and I'm hooked ever since I found them, because it's so much more affordable and it's so much easier to make. And I love being able to buy it in bulk. I have it here, and then on the weekends I'm able to just make a batch and get it ready for my work week. So last night I made a batch that sat for the 12 hours, and this morning I put out for 7 days 3 shots. I take the aggressive dose of 6 ounces 3 times daily. And so these little jars are 6 ounces each, and they're mason jars I just got at Walmart. And I put them together. I make 21 a week. I shake my bottle really well so that all of the sediment equally disperses throughout the 21 doses. And then I put lids on them, and that's the one piece I need to be careful about, because the lids get rusty. So I try to only use them once or twice, but that is something that you do have to pay attention to with these metal lids. I haven't found another lid that works as well and doesn't leak, so I still do use the metal lids. And then I stack them up in the fridge, and they're ready to go. And in the mornings, I'll put 3 of them in my ice chest, and I even can fly with this. I just went to Sacramento on Friday, and I was able to take a 2 days dose with me. Every time they will pull me over, and sometimes they will want to check each one individually, but I'm able to carry this on a plane. So I'm able to keep my really busy lifestyle with having zero change in my tumor growth, which was growing very rapidly prior to me being on Essiac tea, and I feel fantastic. I've really never felt better. So thank you for listening to my story, and I hope that Essiac tea works for you. Thanks.